Yeah. Kevin, in the first half, you had 23 points, but you were 0 for 2, 3 points. You were going to the rim and dunking a lot. Was that part of the game plan, or was that organic that just developed because of the way things were going?
That was organic. I don't know when I'm a dunk or when I'm gonna get the wide open three, or I'll just go out there and play and try not to predetermine anything. Just go out there and hoop. And tonight we could be a lot better than we were tonight. But in the finals, you get a W, we'll take it.
Tim, next row up.
Tim Kawakami, Mercury News. Kevin, you know you had LeBron as the assignment. He guarded you. What were you thinking going into this? What were you emphasizing, and how did you think that matchup turned out? Well,
it's not about me. He's going to do what he does. He's LeBron James. He can, you guys know what he can do. So I just try to play as hard as I can and not make it about a matchup. It's about us. It's about Golden State Warriors versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we only going to do it together, and that's just our whole mindset. And so I just try to do my part, stay locked in on both ends, and have some fun out there. But they're tough to stop, but I think we did it as a group tonight.
Same row towards the center.
Yeah, question for Steph. Ryan Leong with the Associated Press Radio. Steph, you mentioned how you don't want to relive anything that happened last year. Where does this win put you guys as far as like just taking the lead in this series to start off?
I mean, focus on what's in front of you. And we had an opportunity to win our, the first game of the series, get off to a good start. We were able to do that. Like Kate said, we feel like we can play much better, especially offensively. Early in the game, just finishing better around the rim. Those open opportunities that we had because we were moving the ball well and trying to force them into tough decisions on the defensive end. But the best thing about tonight, obviously, was just our defensive presence and effort for 48 minutes. They're going to make tough shots. They're a talented team. They have two of the best scorers in the league, so you got to just keep pressing, sticking to the game plan. But, like I said, focus with what's in front of you. Win one game. Now we look to Sunday to try to do it again. We've been here before and know there's a lot of work left to do. So, good start.
Rachel, back left.
Rachel Nicholas, ESPN. Kevin, you just mentioned having fun out there. Indulge those of us who are not 7 foot tall and tell us what it feels like when Steph Curry is drawing defenders and the lane's cleared out for you. You can just go for the basket in an NBA Finals game and dunk the way you were doing tonight.
Like I said, I'm only as good as my teammates. Well, I didn't say that here. I said that to Doris Burke after the game. But I'm only as good as my teammates, and Steph and Clay and Draymond and Zaza and the rest of the guys. We just complement each other, try to complement each other and make the game easier for each other. And in transition, I only could get in transition because we got stops and rebounded. And they're a great offensive rebounding team, and we got to take them off the glass if we want to. If we want to win, and I think we did a solid job of that. They did have 15 offensive rebounds, so we got to correct that. But only way you get out in transition and get those baskets and get the crowd into it is if we get stopped. So I just try to focus on defense.
How easy do your teammates make it for you?
It's not easy at all. We got to go out there and execute. It's hard to try to do it every possession. You got to stay locked in and focus every possession if you want to do it. So. It's not easy at all.
Robert on the left side.
Robert Littau, Black Sports Online. Steph, I noticed that you ditched the sleeve for this game. I thought it looked pretty good fashion-wise on you, but what was kind of the decision behind that? Is your elbow feeling better?
Low-key, I've always wanted to be like Allen Iverson. That was the only way I could really come close, but it just wasn't feeling right, just kind of a split decision, just whatever. Accessories, it don't really matter. Just keep playing.
And I had a quick question for you, Kevin. Toward the end of the game, you shot a three, kind of putting the dagger into him, and you looked toward the crowd toward Rihanna. Was that on purpose, or do you remember that? Or?
I don't even remember that.
Well, just to let you know, social media is buzzing about
Really?
It. Yes.
Don't get in that trap.
Yeah, I don't get in that. I'm cool. Have fun with that.
Michael on the right side on the aisle.
Steph, Michael Grange from Sportsnet over here to your right. You're up 1-0. You obviously were up 2-0 this time last year. I presume it'll be fairly easy to take it kind of one game at a time based on your experience a year ago?
No, for sure. For sure. That's, we talked about going into the series. You know, a lot of us have been through both sides of, you know, a championship run and a finals kind of back and forth. And you're not going to see crazy celebrations. You're not going to see us getting ahead of ourselves. We obviously, like Kay said, we're going to enjoy what we do on the floor and going to be passionate about it and have each other's backs when we're out there. But every 48 minutes is a separate event, a separate mentality, and the goal obviously is to lock in on the moment. So it should be very easy for us to do that, all things considered.
Eric, back left.
Kevin, Eric Pincus, Basketball Insider's Bleacher Report. It's been some time since you've been back to this stage. Did you allow yourself to kind of take in the moment, the gravity? You're finally back here after all this time?
What other option did I have? This is, you know, what every player wants to be is the highest level of basketball. That's what you dream about as a kid, is to play at the highest level. So, you know, I wouldn't do my teammates any good if I wasn't, you know, just enjoying a moment no matter what. So I just try to stay locked in on that. You know, at the same time have some fun, but know that, you know, it's hard to do what we want to do, and it's hard to, you know, stay locked in for 48 minutes. So I'm just trying to do my best to be there for my teammates and, you know, to play up to my standards as an individual as well. So just trying to, like, you know, I'm probably going to say this a lot over the next couple of days, but just trying to stay locked in, man. That's all it's about.
Tim on this side.
Steph, a couple of questions. Only 4, right here in the middle. 4 turnovers in this game. Knowing what happened at the end of the finals last year, is that easy to do, to just not to turn the ball over, or does it really take some discipline and focus to drop that total?
It takes discipline and focus. That's a question for all the other guys but me and Draymond, because we were the culprits there.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody else was flawless. And the situations where we come down, whether it's transition, half court, whatever, it's just a simple play. And when we did turn it over tonight is when you just try to do too much, you rush or whatever. So you know, it's obviously our best, you know, effort in that category throughout the playoffs. You know, I'm just keeping it simple, man. Just making the pass that's in front of you. We have playmakers all over the floor. Just let the kind of gravity take you know, hold on the floor. See who's going to draw attention to on the ball and find the open guy and knock down an open shot. So that's the formula for us, and it's going to get harder and harder as we go when the stakes are, you know, when they rise as the series goes on. But you have to stay focused on that. And
obviously, like Kevin said, it's a team game. But when you know it's going to be Kevin and LeBron pretty much going head-to-head, and they do play each other the whole game, offensively, defensively, what are you thinking when you're watching that matchup?
I know Kay's ready for that challenge when he's on the ball guarding LeBron, and when he has the ball on the other end, he's looking to do what he does, you know, his whole career, all this year in the playoffs, just, you know, being himself. So I said to the team going into the game, we just got to be ourselves. Don't worry about any other storyline, anything that doesn't matter to the game. And we were really, really good in that department tonight, of just being ourselves, playing the Warriors basketball, knowing that there's a lot of talent on the floor, and that's our best effort to win this championship. Just be ourselves.
Greg, last question in the center.
Greg Logan of Newsday for Kevin. Tyronn Lue came in here and said he felt their defensive game plan was kind of backwards at the start of the game, that they were concerned about getting out to the shooters and left you with the ball in your hands, you know, isolated. Did you sense that, and is that what triggered all those decisions to drive to the basket?
Yeah, I mean, we move the ball and we just try to move our bodies, and if I see a lane, just try to attack. You know, coach and my teammates always want me to attack and try to open it up for everybody else and try to score as well. So I felt like in transition they were running out to the three-point line. I mean, we got the best three-point shooters in the world on our team. So, obviously, teams want to take away our three-pointer, but just try to be aggressive to the rim and loosen them up a bit. And Steph was able to hit a couple in transition. But like I said, it all starts from getting stops. We get stops. We worry about defense first, and offensively, we can move the ball around, drive and kick, and try to find shots as well. So I'm more focused on defense.
Thanks, guys. LeBron.